I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler, baby.
I know heartbreaks, I know setbacks, I'm bitch if I crap out, I'ma get back. I know ups and downs, you know I get around, but to me, it's all a part of the game. If I ain't the domain or the coke main, some, I'ma take it. Yes, I told y'all, every week I'ma know some more of this song. Don't play with me. Let's get it.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. We are back for the third week of Raising Kanan, y'all. This week's episode is entitled Stick and Move. Y'all know I'm here with my top 10 what the fuck moments, recap, review, predictions, all that good stuff.
Now let me just say this, y'all. I am so hot in here. I just had the fan on, but I had to turn it off so y'all can hear me loud and clear. Can y'all hear me? Y'all probably could still hear me with this fan on, but I'm a sacrifice. So if I'm sweating or something, my face start melting off, y'all. Don't come for me, okay? Because I'm hot and I'm trying to give y'all this recap, all right?
Let's just get right into this week's episode, y'all. Season 1, episode 3, sticking number 1. Y'all, I said it once and I'll say it again, but this nigga Symphony is the police. He is the police.
12, 5-0, pigs, whatever you want to call it, that nigga is the ops. That nigga is the police, y'all. Y'all can't tell me that nigga ain't the police.
So what really has convinced me now that this nigga is the police is because why they ain't show no scenes of this nigga at school? They always bringing up him talking about, you know, pouring concrete and who did this and who did that. But we ain't never seen this nigga inside of a classroom. He needed to go work at that club for some reason because he trying to see what's going on in the club with the drug game. And then on top of that, he has to have some sort of alibi for when he not around. You know, he got to be doing something. Especially during the day when he doing, you know, his cop business. Because, y'all, this nigga is the police. This nigga is he's very well informed, which I'm sure they made him study. And she don't know nothing about no concrete. What if this nigga just telling her a whole bunch of fake ass facts, y'all? He just fake news. Like, this nigga just telling her stuff, just making stuff up. Which he very well could be doing.
Nigga, where you go to school? Like, this nigga's lying. This nigga's the police. He was all up in the house. Just, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
But whatever, Raquel's happy, I guess. Got it in plenty times this episode. Had her a great old time. It did crack me up, though, when they was laying down after, like, the second or third time. I don't even remember how many scenes they had. But when they was laying down later, and she like,
so why do you like me?
Because that is me as fuck. Because why do you like me? I need to know. I need to know every day. Tell me why you love me. Tell me why you worship me. Tell me. I need to know.
Makes me wonder, like, if Jukebox become the police because of it. Obviously, she was a dirty cop. So I wonder if she, like, got into the police game because of that reason. Like, her family made her become a police officer so they could have an inside, you know, person or something like
Number
that.
2, Raquel is ruthless, y'all. This woman has no shame. In my first video, I definitely said that this show was giving me kind of Juice vibes. I know it's because it's in the 90s or whatever, but Raquel gave me real Bishop vibes. And just for that purpose, I had to go ahead and put on my Tupac shirt. Nah, but for real, she's giving me real Bishop vibes, y'all. Like, she went to this woman's house after she the one set up for D-Wiz to get murdered. Went over there praying.
I walked through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall not want. Oh, Lord. Somebody, y'all, she was over there praying. I felt anointed when she was doing that, y'all. I felt the blood of Jesus wash over me.
Y'all, I can't deal. That woman is ruthless. And I know y'all saw how Kanan was looking at her while she was praying. And y'all know Kanan's starting to put some clues together. Because he looking at her like, yeah, I see what a mother's love do. And I know what you would do for me. Y'all, Kanan gonna kill his mama. I've said it every video. And I'm gonna keep saying it till he do it. He's gonna kill his mother. Mark my words.
So there's a couple of things. So I forgot who exactly posted it. But somebody did post on their Instagram page, one of the cast members, that they were getting fitted for season 2. I'm going to insert that picture here so y'all can at least see who's going to be in season 2. That doesn't necessarily mean, though, that they won't die, like I said last video, because Power, they petty and they'll end up be doing flashbacks or something. So I'm going to insert that picture here and just let y'all see at least who's supposedly not going to die.
Another thing I got to say about this whole thing with D-Wiz's death is, why didn't Jukebox say something, y'all? Why did they just skip into the episode right past D-Wiz's funeral and everything? Jukebox clearly saw him get into the car with Lulu, y'all. Like, why is she not saying nothing? Is she that sprung on this girl that she just forgot or something? Like, what? Y'all, it's really pissing me off. And it's like, is it a plot hole or y'all just gonna address it later? Because, come on now. Number 3, Detective Howard has leukemia. And it makes a whole lot of sense because when he was chasing after old boy in the first scene, I'm like, dude, get your slow ass on. How you supposed to be the biggest and the baddest and your ass can't even keep up?
Up here, struggling. I mean, I can't run much better, but goddamn it, I'm not no detective in South Jamaica, Queens either, so, fuck.
I really do wonder how this is going to play in his role upcoming because he obviously isn't real close with his family. He doesn't really have any family, but it does seem like we're going to get a little bit more of his backstory. This is obviously going to start affecting his police work. So I'm just curious to see how this is going to overall play a role.
Now that I think about it, he's talking about one of his cousins and him got into some arguments over some land. I wonder if like Defcon, Kanan Daddy, or Raquel or somebody is his family. Like, he talking about how he ain't got no family in that. I don't know. What if he related to them somehow? I don't know.
Number 4, Marvin, he just, y'all, ooh, that man really get on my nerves. He is a mess. Like, everything he do, it just be like, boy, what is you doing? First of all, him going to go buy that dog for Tony. Like, he really liked this bitch. He really liked this crackhead ass whore. Like, you really want this bitch. She gonna be the death of him. That's all I got to say.
Him and his daughter, these interracial couples, they love them some white women.
When I bought her this dog, Marvin was snooping through Jukebox room. What he was looking for, I don't know. And then he like taking stuff out of her drawers and stuff. Like, what are you looking for, sir? He just annoys me. And then the worst thing that he did this episode was get Kanan in the game. And Marvin's so stupid and naive and gullible and just so easily persuaded.
And they're like, oh yeah, I'll hook you with my mom if you put me on.
Bruh. How you gonna let this little kid finesse you? Finesse you out your 8-ball. Raquel gonna end up shooting Marvin ass. She gonna beat him up. She gonna have his ass murked for getting Kanan in this shit and not letting her know. I'ma just say that now. I'm calling it. Something gonna happen to Marvin ass for doing that shit. Raquel, she not gonna be happy about this, y'all. And that brings me to number 5. Making his first sale, y'all. He was so nervous, so scared, and I think it's funny how Jukebox kind of the one put him on to like how to work the game and how to hustle on the corner and stuff. Kanan was selling himself short. He was trying to just make a little money. He wasn't trying to do too much. He wasn't trying to be no kingpin off that 8-ball. He was just trying to get what he could get, so he could go and buy Davina and her little sister some groceries. I thought that was very sweet of him. We do know Kanan has a sweet, soft side buried somewhere deep inside of him, which I believe is how 50 Cent probably is in real life. Like, he try to act like he a hard ass, and he can be a hard ass, but he really a little sweetheart. He just a big cuddly teddy bear.
No, but Davina finally kissed Kanan, and Kanan like, y'all better at least get a kiss. I done went and bought all these motherfucking groceries. I done hit the block for your ass, girl. I better get some sugar. Give me them lips. Give me them lips. Give me them lips. Girl, where you going? Nah, but
Another thing about Davina, are they trying to foreshadow something? Because they always showing her walking around with her little sister, pushing the little baby in the stroller. And she do still give me real crackhead vibes. I know I said last video that they had gave her some like crackhead lips at the end of the episode, but I really feel like they trying to foreshadow something. And I'm trying to figure out if Davina is Sean's mama. Number 6. Jukebox is really about that life, y'all. Low life crew in this bitch. Like, she is really about that life. When I said last episode that she was a booster, I was thinking she just ran up in stores, ran out. You know how like niggas be doing nowadays. But no, they are hitting the fucking delivery trucks, y'all. Her and a whole group of people, they be running up on trucks. When they take the deliveries inside, they just go in, cut open the boxes, take out what they need and run. Only this time, one of the peoples, whoever called the hit together, he started forcing it, beating up the security guard, and Juke had to pull out a knife on this nigga. So I don't know what's that's gonna cause, but dude was like, yeah, this why you don't send a bitch to do a nigga job. And it's like,
it's a nigga job to steal and be a bum? Like, okay, like, I mean, if y'all wanna claim that, that's fine, but I mean, I guess.
She is really about that life, y'all. And I wonder if that security guard, that whole little lick they did is gonna come back to her, because he definitely saw her face. They rep their crew like she the only girl in the crew. I feel like that's gonna end up coming back on her ass in some way, shape, or form. We finally get to meet Quincy's character, Crown Camucho. I don't know. Crown. We got to meet Quincy's character, Crown. He's a hip-hop engineer, sound engineer. Nigga don't even know how to work the soundboards, but he just be sitting in the studio. He got an ear for talent, an eye for talent, as he said. But anyway, we got to meet Quincy, and Lulu and Jessica, which is Famous's sister, pulled up to drop off his product, and Crown was on it, and Jessica was going. I did not like her energy whatsoever, and Lulu clearly didn't either. She was kind of acting like a groupie. Lulu tried to refer to her as hustling, but she was acting like a groupie, and she just seemed like she an opportunist, and she's gonna do whatever she can to get ahead.
And the way she just immediately like, oh yeah, my brother's a rapper, he's real good, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, look at me, I'm so funny. Like,
I was not feeling the energy. She was ready to bust it right then and there if Lulu wouldn't been there. Definitely feel like that's going to become an issue. Like I said from the beginning, she's going to start fucking with the ops or something's gonna happen. She's not loyal. Don't trust her at all. Nope. Number 8. We were introduced to the real HNIC, the real kingpin, big boss player, Dean. So I don't know if Dean is going to have a really big role in the series, but the way that they introduced him, it kind of made it seem like, you know, he gonna be around at least for a little bit. And the way that him and Raquel's conversation went when he said if anything like what happened happens again, that they're gonna have to cut off their relationship. So what's gonna happen to Nick now? Because obviously he don't play about that police shit, and Nick's whole shit got found out. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, Dean's right-hand man, his little shooter, his hitter, has been paid off and given the money so he can move out of state. And then that whole shit happened. So I wonder how that's gonna come back to haunt Rock, Nick, all of them.
I thought it was so funny when he turned off his mama hearing aid and then turned it back on. The way she was looking at him, she like, and it just tickled me because y'all know how old folks is. This lady clearly know he conduct his business in there, and she was not in the least bit surprised, but she just gotta be so dramatic, just like old person.
It wasn't the last we seen of Dean. Which brings me to number 9. Raquel setting up Nick in the whole operation. So we got to see Raquel and Detective Howard have a little conversation, and she said something along the lines of,
oh wait, so I can't talk to you no more?
So clearly they've had some sort of relationship before. Still don't know if it was from her, you know, just being a drug dealer, or if they know each other from around the way, if they're related. I really don't know. But she tipped him off about Neek's re-up and was like, oh yeah, you ain't got Neek's dick so far down your throat that you can't get a bus, can you?
Caught this nigga out.
Detective Howard and his partner Detective Burke was getting their asses handed to him by the captain. Detective Howard and Detective Burke clearly needed this, and they did a whole bust on Neek's re-up. Neek and them crew almost was done with the re-up, and dude was just over there smoking crack and spotted the police after Detective Howard told these niggas in the stakeout van to turn the air on because the windows was fogging up. Like, y'all niggas is stupid. Have y'all never been on, even I know that. Come on now, y'all. The car tried to get away. A police car smashed into the car. So I'm assuming that whoever was in the car is dead. And obviously you could tell from the end of the episode when Neek finally appeared in this episode, and he out cruising on his corners and he see ain't nobody out there because he has no product. And then he see Marvin and Lulu just sitting there chilling, and they roll past each other just mugging. Yeah, you know it's about to be some shit. It's really about to be some gang war. These last couple episodes have just been a little bit slower, but I feel like they're just trying to build up the anticipation and set out some plot points for us for some big ass bangs, y'all. Which brings me to number 10. Let's get into the preview for next week's episode, y'all. So clearly Unique is coming after Rock, y'all. He already knows that she was behind all this shit, and he is planning to hit hard. It does look like he was in a couple of altercations, and he did say, oh, I'm just trying to decide if I should go for the body or the head. And in my mind, I think that's a metaphor, the body being her family and then Rock being the head. So he trying to figure out if he want to pick off some of her lieutenants, some of her people, or if he want to get her ass. That's what I'm taking from that. And it also looks like Jukebox is out here doing a lick by herself. She was saying she needed some money for some shit upcoming, and we see her, you know, hitting a lick and then running, being chased by some security. So yeah, it looks like Nicole's premonitions might be coming true. Jukebox about to get her ass in some trouble, y'all. Y'all. This is why Marvin gets on my fucking nerves.
Why are him and Kanan raiding the stash in the dope house? Why? Talking about something, ain't nobody gotta know, your mama ain't gotta know, and then you see them walking into the stash, you see Kanan grabbing money. What?
Why are you robbing your own family? What is going on? I do not like this shiesty ass relationship that Marvin and Kanan are building behind his mama back. Granted, yes, his mama is definitely on some shiesty shit for killing Kanan's friend, but she is also trying to look out for the family. Marvin ass, he just doing whatever the fuck he want to do because his ass just... I really don't know. I really do not know. And I wonder if Marvin is trying to raid the stash, if it's actually for money or for drugs, because, you know, he was trying to say he wanted more corners and Rock wasn't trying to get him, but him and Lulu was talking about it. And it's like, are you trying to raid the stash to low-key fund extra corners or something? Because what was the point? Why are you doing this? Then we saw a clip of Rock telling Kanan, like, look, it's you and me against everybody else. And I don't know if she meant like it's her and him literally against everybody else, or if she meant like it's our family against everybody else. But the way Kanan was looking at her, he looking at her like, bitch, nah, it's me against you. Kill my nigga. That's what I'm getting. That's the vibe I was getting, y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
And then at the end of the preview, we see Marvin crashing into somebody standing in the back of an open van, and he just speed racing that motherfucker into him. So I don't know what, y'all. I really don't know what to make of this.
That is all for this week's top 10 countdown. What did y'all think of this week's episode of Raising Kanan, Stick and Move? What do you think is going to happen next week on episode 4? You know, down below.
And before you go, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next week for another episode.
Baby.